At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
The right attorney can make all the difference in the outcome of your case.
I called Sutton & Janelle, the best lawyers you could ask for.
Sutton & Janelle Attorneys at Law. 70 years of collective legal experience. Family law, criminal defense, DUI, personal injury, and mediation.
Sutton & Janelle got the most favorable outcome I could have expected.
Visit Sutton & Janelle's new historic location, 224 West King Street in Martinsburg. Online at suttonandjanelle.com. Sutton & Janelle Attorneys at Law. They value your rights and are passionate about your success.
Ollie's VIP Northside is the best local spot to catch all of your favorite high school, college, and pro sports, or to hang out with friends. Ollie's has a great beer and cocktail menu, along with a food menu that will blow you away. Ollie's offers multiple TVs to watch the game of your choice from anywhere at the bar, or their outdoor patio with cornhole and fire pit. So stop by and see for yourself today at 36 Veronica Drive in Martinsburg. That's Ollie's VIP Northside. We'll see you for the game.
A reputation for caring, a legacy of service. At Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, it's been our story since 1880. A family-owned business, we support the needs and wishes of families. We offer traditional services, as well as many options for cremation, customized remembrances, and pre-planning. Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations retains its family atmosphere and stays true to its roots. Contact us for advanced planning or at your time of loss. We're here when you need us.
The following sports broadcast is a special presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. It's time for the excitement of West Virginia high school basketball. Today's high school basketball broadcast is being brought to you by
the Berkeley County Health Department, Bechtel Jewelers, Brown's Funeral Homes and Cremations, Hagerstown Ford, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, Gary Kelly Allstate Insurance, CMA Honda, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, Orsini's Home Store, Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, Smallwood and Small Insurance, and WVU Medicine, Berkeley Medical Center, and Jefferson Medical Center.
And now, let's go courtside and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team with today's pregame show.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Washington High School as we get you set for Martinsburg and Washington boys basketball action. The Patriots versus the Bulldogs. Nick Verzolini alongside me is Spencer Dupuis, on camera Donald Kinney, Harry Brown, and in the studio is Colin McLaughlin. It's a matchup of two teams kind of on the opposite ends of the EPAC right now. You have a Martinsburg team on a 3-game win streak, a Washington team sitting at 1-2. But it's a young Patriots team and a more experienced Martinsburg team, Spencer, and a chance for Washington tonight to really prove that they have some talent, and a chance for Martinsburg to play that first complete game of the year, because really they haven't done that so far.
Yeah, definitely. And when you talk about Washington, you know, they just really haven't been able to play a lot of games. They've had 3-4 games postponed, canceled. They were supposed to go to a tournament at Clear Spring High School right after Christmas. That unfortunately got canceled due to COVID. They had 2 games at the beginning of the year. They lost 61-47 to Broad Fording Christian Academy on December 13th. And December 15th, they lost at my alma mater, Heritage High School in Leesburg, 69-43. And they got in the win column last week, the first game of the new year of 2022, at Petersburg High School, 61-59. So just eking out a victory there. And Martinsburg, you know, we had those 3 games down at the Seahawk Classic at Hilton Head Island High School, able to pull out 1 victory there, that being the last game, a 16-point victory. So winners of 3 straight. And, you know, there's been flashes in each game. They just, as you mentioned, haven't really put together a full, complete, dominant performance.
And we also know that the 1-2 Patriots will be without their best player. So not having your best player on the floor and longer beam will certainly play a big factor. He is out, so Spencer, you look at this matchup. This is a young Washington team. They already have a pretty big challenge in this Martinsburg team, and not having your best player certainly doesn't play them any favors.
Yeah, it doesn't at all, and you've got to have guys, some guys step up. Looking at the stats, Longer Beam, 14 points a ball game, and behind him you've got Josh McCarthy at 12.5, who's not starting tonight. You have Noah Folks at 11 points per game, and so a lot of guys need to step up. Adam Sharp will be in that starting lineup, averaging 8.3 a game, and Trenton Brown averaging 9 a game, or Trenton Birch, averaging 9 a game, and Justin Brown really needs to step it up, averaging 2.6 per game.
Yeah, definitely going to look to those guys to step up. And on the Martinsburg side of things, after talking with Coach, they are healthy. Everybody is good to go. They've had some injuries that have hurt them in practice, but they've been able to play through those injuries. So in terms of guys playing, everybody is good to go tonight for the Bulldogs. They've been led really by that backcourt, Spencer. 3 big names in Dow, Fowler, and Blackwood. Those 3 guys all averaging in double figures so far for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, definitely, and there's a couple guys on this roster that I thought would have stepped up a little bit more. They haven't played as much as I anticipated them to play, but they're definitely, when they come in, they're definitely doing something. That being Stephon Barclay and Cyril Gaza, 5 and 6 per game on average, respectively. And those guys, I think they really need to key in on doing what they need to do when they come off the bench. And another guy like Aiden Jackson could do the same, just to be able to play more consistently.
All right, so we'll take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll hear from both coaches. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on WRNR.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is Prevent, Promote, Protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg has a brand new list of daily specials. Monday, stop on in for burger night or enjoy a nice juicy steak every Tuesday and Wednesday. The Palace Lounge also offers freshly steamed shrimp Thursdays and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Sunday is all-day breakfast and there are drink specials daily too. So come enjoy the Palace Lounge. You can find them on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard.
This is Matt Miller, along with my wife, Dale.
As homeowners, we've been through the mortgage process several times, and each time we went to Mark and Cheryl Savitt at the Mortgage Center.
They treat you like family with personal one-on-one service, walking with you through the process from application to settlement.
Plus, low interest rates and closing costs.
The Mortgage Center is on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Phone 304-267-9040.
Or online at mortgagefinancing.com.
NMLS number 237527, equal housing lender.
Life can get in the way these days. We all know that. Work commitments, social commitments, volunteer commitments, family commitments. You put your heart into all of it. You've got enough to worry about already. Your roof shouldn't be one of those things. Everything should just work. But when your roof is in need of an upgrade, you shouldn't have to worry about that either. Modern Renovations, your 4-state roofing solution. Reminding you that home is where the heart really is.
Welcome you back to Washington High School. We'll now hear from both coaches. We'll start with the coach of the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Dave Rogers. Now joined by head coach of the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Dave Rogers. Coach, a pretty tight game against Bridgeport the last time you guys were out, and what did they kind of do to make it close, and what were some of the things that you guys took away from that game, because you finished pretty strong?
Well, I think Bridgeport is better than their record shows. I think they do a nice job of running a 5-out passing game, and they don't stand still. They're on the move constantly. I'm not sure we beat them. I think they might have more or less beat themselves when they had the lead and they kept putting it up and it didn't fall, and then we capitalized on it, and that's all part of the game. I think we learned a lot about ourselves, about things that we weren't doing correctly, and when you broke that film down, it was very obvious. I think you'll see a different type of team tonight. I think you'll see a totally different team than what you saw previous, and we've had some time to work on it. It's nice to be able to go into practice every day and see all 12, 13 bodies there, and stay away from injuries, stay away from illness. And of course, we got shut down there for a little bit, and everybody's got to be cautious and patient and got to do what they're supposed to do with the mask. And but we're doing that, and hopefully it'll all pay off.
Do you think that time off was beneficial? I mean, obviously you wanted to get that game in with Hedgesville, but you kind of now have had 5 games to work on some things and get some important practice in.
Well, yeah, we would have liked to play that because we're really packed into February. But at the time that happened, it was a 10-day shutdown. And then I think it was maybe 2 days later is when they took it back to 5, which the CDC says now you're down for 5, which is even better. So, and we lost Broadforty, so we had to reschedule. That was a Saturday night game, so we had to reschedule them. So, I keep telling our kids, let's do what we're supposed to do. Things that we can't control, let's not worry about it. Certainly we can't control what happens there, and we'll just go from here. And hopefully, with everybody healthy and everybody ready to play, we can do a good job.
You mentioned having everybody healthy, and that's obviously a challenge with COVID and everything. So how do you think your team's been able to, I guess, approach all that and stay healthy?
Well, we mask in the locker room. We mask on the bench. We don't get close to each other in practice other than running drills out on the floor. I mean, we actually don't get together on the floor and meet. And when we do, we're 6 feet apart, and we're trying to obey all the rules we can obey. And is that going to be good enough? I don't know. It could happen again tomorrow. So we just had time to put some things together. I mean, we were there for a while with us not having all our players, with knee surgery, with illnesses, with sprained ankles. I like to get all that behind us, and I like to go back to a normal season, whatever normal is. I know it's got to be somewhere down the road. It's got to be better than what it is now. But our kids have hung tough. They've done what we've asked them to do. They're getting better every day, and that's what I like to see.
So this Washington team, they haven't played a whole lot of games, but what have you seen out of them so far, and what will be some keys to get a win tonight?
I really have not seen them. They played 2 games earlier. I mean, I'm talking about 3 or 4 weeks ago, but we do. We know that they're very young, and that's probably good for us because when you scout, sometimes you can over-scout. Let's do fundamentally what we're supposed to do on both ends of the floor. I was telling the kids the other day, we were talking, and everybody scouts so much today, and of course, everybody breaks down film, and so do we. But I remember my first year at Martinsburg, I scouted no one. We ended up 23-2. I did not scout one team, and my philosophy was, fellas, we've got to be prepared for anything you throw at us, and we've got to be able to beat anything defensively and offensively. So let's learn what we're supposed to learn on both sides of the ball, and we don't need to worry about it. We'll take it as it comes. So the game has changed. Everybody's doing some different things, and you have to prepare. One night you may see a zone. It may be a packed-in zone. It may be an aggressive zone. Next night you might see a man. It may be a full-court man. It may be a half-court man. And they may switch, they may not switch. So, again, you've got to be able to read and react in the game of basketball, and it happens in a split second.
All right, Coach, thank you, and good luck tonight.
Hey, thank you, guys.
They're all connected, and they care about the next guy. So, as we move forward here this season, I anticipate us keep getting better, and the future's bright around here.
You mentioned having a young team, and what kind of challenges did that present for you, especially with COVID and not getting a whole lot of practice in and not getting a full off season and all that stuff?
Well, it's the old adage, right? You want, me personally, right, want basketball kids, right, kids that play a lot of basketball. But I think the big challenge is, we're down here, we're teaching, right? We're teaching things that should be taught as they come through middle school. So that's one of the challenges. Also, too, with COVID, right, we never know day to day. We may have a practice, we may have a game. So we're just grinding it out like everyone else, trying to figure this thing out.
And as you head now into EPAC play, the EPAC this year, very competitive early on. How do you kind of see your team fitting into this competitive conference, and how do you kind of get your guys ready for this stretch?
Well, for us, we got to believe that that we're on the same level playing field with the rest of the guys in the EPAC. I know there's some tough teams in the EPAC, but also too for us, it's just believing in ourselves, believing that we are good, and I call it getting dirty. We got to go get dirty, go rebound the ball, get loose balls, get the 50-50 balls, communicate on both ends, and just be aggressive, as a unit.
Who have been some guys that have stood out to you early on, and maybe even taken up some leadership roles for you, having a young team?
Well, early on, we got two huge games. One from Christian Longerbeam, who's out tonight, unfortunately. He's in protocol. And also from Josh McCarthy, a big night from him as well the other day. So a couple other guys, right? We played Petersburg this past weekend. Four guys scored in double figures. So we need a balanced attack. Told the guys, if one guy is giving us 20, 25, we're not going to win games like that. So we need a balanced attack. But early on, it's been Christian and it's been Josh. And Adam Sharp is coming along. So I expect some big things out of him here soon.
And then for this Martinsburg team, they were in the semifinals last year, but kind of got off to a slow start now, 3 straight wins for them. What stands out to you about their team this year?
Well, they're going to come after you. They're going to come after you. They have a lot of speed on both ends, and they're aggressive. They're aggressive. We have to match their intensity. We have to believe that we are good, and for us, it starts with getting dirty, being aggressive, getting in there, doing the little things. We do the little things, we'll be all right, but Martinsburg is Martinsburg. They're going to come out fast, right, and jump all over you with their athleticism, and we just have to we talk about using their athleticism against them, right? So we'll see what we do tonight. So I expect them to come out with a lot of energy and try to get on top of us early.
All right, Coach, thank you. Good luck tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So good to hear from both coaches before this game. We got about 13 minutes until the end of the pregame show. We'll take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll continue to break down this matchup. It's West Virginia High School boys basketball on WRNR.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Conveniently located right off 81 at 214 Mid-Atlantic Parkway, Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including happy hour 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. with $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts. Monday night is trivia night, Thursday night is wing night, and Wednesday and Sunday night is steak night.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Are you considering selling your home and don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Phone Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams at 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
Whether you're heading to a high school, college, or professional football game, Johnny's has all your tailgating go-tos. Delicious wings, meatballs, shrimp, burgers, and dogs. Plus, Johnny's has everything you need to serve it all up. Party trays, utensils, plates, cups, and more. Stop by either of our 2 great locations, 1456 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg and Route 11 South in Chambersburg.
WVU Heart and Vascular Institute offers world-class heart care close to home. Our board-certified physicians are performing groundbreaking procedures using cutting-edge techniques, and that's why we're expanding our services to every corner of our region so you don't have to travel far to receive the great specialty care you deserve close to home. We're now accepting new patients at all 4 convenient locations in Martinsburg, Hagerstown, Shepherdstown, and Winchester. WVU Heart and Vascular Institute, world-class heart care close to home.
welcome you back to Washington High School as we get you set for Martinsburg and Washington here on the Johnny's Express tip-off show. Johnny's has all of your game day food and drink needs, and if you need a way to serve it all up, they got you covered. That's Johnny's Express, located at 1456 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. Nick Verzolini, Spencer Dupuis here on the pregame show. Spencer, we've talked a little bit about these two teams. Let's dive a little bit deeper. Washington, a team coming in with a record of 1-2. Again, limited in games. We're 5-9 a season ago and struggled in EPAC play. And then Martinsburg 3-2, made it to the state semifinals last season before losing to George Washington. The Bulldogs started the year with 2 losses down at the Seahawk Classic, but have won 3 straight. And that last game against Bridgeport, you looked at that score between Jefferson and Bridgeport, and we really didn't expect it to be too close based on what we knew about this Martinsburg team, but it was a close game. What were some things that you kind of took away from it from the Bulldogs' perspective in terms of what they could improve on?
I think they could definitely improve. I mean, it's going to get better as you go down through the year of just the chemistry of playing alongside everybody and the different lineups and everything, because as I've mentioned, numerous times throughout all 5 of the broadcasts we've had for Martinsburg boys basketball, at the beginning of the season when they were scrimmaging, they didn't have 3-4 of their guys. They didn't have Avion Blackwood. They didn't have Stephon Barclay. They didn't have Jacob Barrick. And, specifically Avion Blackwood leading the way here with 13.6 points a ball game. That kind of hurts not having him when you're starting out the season. So, I think by the time, we're here, we're in EPAC play, we're kind of in the main portion of the schedule here with about, a month and a half left before sectionals begins. And, this is definitely the time when everybody needs to step up and get to where they need to be.
Yeah, we look back at that Bridgeport game, and that was a game where Martinsburg was trailing. They had to come back from a pretty significant deficit to win that game. I believe at one point they were down 14, came back to win. And, Spencer, we think about that game, and what was really key was Martinsburg allowed Bridgeport to run their offense and get into their sets, which made it easier for them to score. And Martinsburg really didn't seem to turn it on until late in that second half.
Yeah, they didn't really turn it on. You didn't see a lot from some players. And, I think Gaza in that game, he ended up getting hurt, having to come out towards the end of the game. Wasn't right if he, when he came back in. And, Jacob Barrick didn't see a lot of time, and Aiden Jackson saw a lot of time in that ball game towards the middle end, because they had a lot of guys in foul trouble.
Yeah, they did. And the Bulldogs' leading scorer heading into this game, or second leading scorer, Kamarian Dow, averaging 12.4 points per game. He only scored 4 in that game against Bridgeport, but Cyril Gaza did step up. He had 12 points. Luke Fowler had 10. Avion Blackwood led the way with 17. So a real key for Martinsburg early on has been the balanced scoring, and that's been huge for this team.
Yeah, definitely. And, when you got 3 guys in double-figure scoring, and then guys, towards the upper part of single digits, you got, a couple guys with 6 or more points a game, then Barclay with 5 points a game, and then you don't really necessarily see the averages where they should be for guys like Aiden Jackson and Jess Sutherland, because when they have good games, they have really good games, but then sometimes they're not the main portion of the offense. They're not getting the ball down low a lot, so they're not scoring a lot in a lot of games. But some games they're scoring a lot of points.
And on the Washington Patriots side of things, again, we mentioned their top player, Christian Longer, being out tonight, averaging 14 points per game. He has 4 assists on the season as well. He's been their guy, but they won't have him tonight. And this Washington team has been pretty competitive, Spencer, and very similar to Martinsburg in the sense that they do get balanced scoring, even though they're 1-2, and they're a young team. So a chance to see some guys step up and see what they can do against a pretty good Martinsburg team.
Yeah, definitely. And, for Washington, this only being their 4th game of the year, I think that, you kind of throwing yourself into the fire here, going directly into the start of EPAC play. And for them specifically, they kind of run the gauntlet here. Right after Martinsburg, the 14th, they're at Jefferson. The 18th, they're at Musselman, and then they take a couple games off of EPAC play, but then they're right back at it. The 25th, 28th, and 1st, Hedgesville, Spring Mills, Martinsburg. So a lot of tough competition, especially in the EPAC coming up for this Washington team, and they can use this game to kind of see where they're at.
All right, we'll take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll get Spencer's keys to the game and players to look out for. It's West Virginia High School boys basketball on WRNR.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg has a brand new list of daily specials. Monday, stop on in for burger night or enjoy a nice juicy steak every Tuesday and Wednesday. The Palace Lounge also offers freshly steamed shrimp Thursdays and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Sunday is all-day breakfast, and there are drink specials daily too. So come enjoy the Palace Lounge. You can find them on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard. Home helpers of the Eastern Panhandle, making life easier for you, your family, and especially your loved ones that need their care. They are locally owned and searching for smiling faces to hire so that your loved one can stay in their home where they are the happiest. Call 304-433-8000 or visit homehelpershomecare.com/panhandle. Or you can visit them at 3192 Winchester Avenue right here in Martinsburg. Each office is independently owned and operated.
Laura. Hey, Laura. What's with the sunglasses? Ouch!
The word is spreading. Bechtel Jewelers is home to some dangerously brilliant diamonds.
See the difference at Bechtel Jewelers in Inwood. Sunglasses not included.
You need to keep your vehicle in good working order, but car and truck repairs can be very costly. Bears Repair in Martinsburg performs all kinds of auto repairs at prices most often well below their competition. Bears Repair offers tune-ups, oil change and lubrication, small and large engine and transmission repair, wheel balancing, front-end alignment, exhaust system replacement, air conditioning checks, auto inspections, and new tires. Stop by for a free estimate at Bears Repair, 904 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg, phone 262-0208. Bears Repair.
Washington High Schools, we get you set for Washington and Martinsburg in boys basketball action. Nick Verzolini alongside me is Spencer Dupuis here on the Johnny's Express Tip-Off Show. Johnny's has all of your game day food and drink needs, and if you need a way to serve it all up, they got you covered. That's Johnny's Express, located at 1456 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. All right, Spencer, let's get to your keys to the game, brought to you by CMA Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA moving lives forward. Let's start with the visitors, the Martinsburg Bulldogs. What are some keys for them?
I think specifically one key is to not let last game stay in your head. You struggled a lot defensively, and you let Bridgeport dictate your game and how you're going to play the game. You can't let Washington do that tonight. And for Washington, I think you got to play your game, try to get into a rhythm. Obviously, just your fourth game of the year, you want to see how you can do, and you don't want to get behind early. You want to play it safe, play it close, play a very close game tonight to see what they can do. And star watch guys, I think that need to be looked out for is Gaza, obviously, how he's going to make this game based off of last game 12 points for him, and he only sitting at an average of 6 a game, so he scored more than double what his average is last game. Can he continue that? Is that going to be an upward trend for him? And for Washington, it's player wise, it's got to be Josh McCarthy. He had a great game last game, as coach mentioned, and averaging 12.5 a game, and he's not in the starting lineup, is he, Nick?
No, he's coming off the bench.
Yeah, so he's coming off the bench. I think that guy can provide a spark off the bench, averaging nearly 13 a game.
And I think those are two good choices. Cyril Gaza, obviously a guy that was dealing with an ankle injury early in the season, maybe starting to play at his level that he's used to playing at. And you mentioned McCarthy. They're going to need scoring without Longer being tonight. All right, we'll take our final 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll have starting lineups and tip-off here from Washington High School. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on WRNR.
This is Eric at Hagerstown Ford. Over the last decade, the way we buy things have evolved. Now, you get on your phone, click Want It, and it shows up at your front door. At Hagerstown Ford, it is that convenient. We've changed the car buying experience on the I-81 corridor forever. And with a return policy better than Walmart, there's absolutely no reason to buy a new or used car, truck, or SUV anywhere else. Just like Amazon, Hagerstown Ford will deliver the vehicle to you, where you are, and on your time. And if you don't want it, return it. No questions asked. Why waste your time at a car dealership playing the dumb back-and-forth games? Besides, we hate it more than you do. I assure you, no dealership from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C. will beat our price. No dealership from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania to Baltimore, Maryland will beat our price. And no other dealership will allow you to return it if you don't want it. Hagerstown Ford absolutely provides the best experience at the best price. Visit HagerstownFord.com to schedule your VIP experience. Click on the vehicle you want and get your new ride delivered to you at no risk. See dealer for details.
And that concludes today's pregame show. Coming up next, it's the starting lineups, opening tip, and play-by-play action of West Virginia high school basketball.
Johnson now in transition with the one-handed slam dunk. And that might put a seal on this one.
Today's game is brought to you by
the Sutton and Janelle Law Firm, Ollie's VIP, Milestone Realty, the Palace Lounge, the Mountaineer Grill and Pub, Cody's Auto Body, Modern Renovations, D&N Auto, Home Helpers of the Panhandle, Johnny's Express.
And now, let's go courtside and rejoin our WRNR broadcast team.
To Martinsburg, or Washington High School, as Martinsburg gets ready to take on Washington. Let's give you your starting lineups first for the Washington Patriots. Starting lineups brought to you by Modern Renovations. West Virginia homeowners trust the experts at Modern Renovations for roofing. Call them at 304-564-6317 to schedule your free estimate, or visit mymodernrenovations.com.
The Bulldogs are coached by Dave Roberts.
All right, so we'll go with Washington starters. It will be Birch, Zimmerman, Folks, Brown, and Sharp. And then for Martinsburg tonight, it will be Dow, along with Gaza, Fowler, Blackwood, and Sutherland. So those are your starting lineups, brought to you by Modern Renovations. We'll take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll have tip-off here from Washington High School. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on WRNR.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Home Helpers of the Eastern Panhandle, making life easier for you, your family, and especially your loved ones that need their care. They are locally owned and searching for smiling faces to hire so that your loved one can stay in their home where they are the happiest. Call 304-433-8000 or visit homehelpershomecare.com/panhandle, or you can visit them at 3192 Winchester Avenue right here in Martinsburg. Each office is independently owned and operated.
Ever try to collect on an insurance claim? Perhaps a homeowner's claim, auto accident, or fire. Insurance companies collect money from you for protection should something bad happen. And when it does, they don't want to pay, or they offer too little. At Mansion Ferretti, we have an attorney who worked defending insurance companies and knows all the dirty tricks they play to deny or lowball your claim. Call us today for help in getting what you really deserve. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Carpet World is more than just carpet. Carpet World specializes in a complete selection of hardwood floors by respected names like Armstrong, Bruce, Shaw, and Mohawk, and tile by Dowell Tile, American Oleum, and Mannington for all rooms in your home. And Carpet World can update your bathroom shower with very attractive ceramic tile walls and floor. Financing with up to 12 months deferred interest is available, along with experienced quality installation at Carpet World, 2330 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. CarpetWorldofMartinsburg.com.
Welcome you back to Washington High School, the home of the Patriots. Nick Verzolini alongside me is Spencer Dupuis. So we get ready for tip-off here between Martinsburg and Washington. Our opening tip-off brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Buy your next vehicle online. They'll deliver it to you, and if you don't like it, they'll take it back. Go to HagerstownFord.com. Jess Sutherland in the circle along with Folks. Martinsburg in the all-black uniforms with the orange numbers, orange letters, white outline. Washington in the all-whites. It'll be the Patriots off the tip. Corner triple is an air ball, rebounded by Folks down low. He puts it back up, way off the mark. Sutherland grabs the rebound. Our first shot of the game brought to you by the Berkeley County Health Department. Prevent, promote, protect there. 122 Waverly Court in Martinsburg, or call 304-263-5131. Ball goes out of bounds on the Bulldog possession. Washington takes back over. Patriots in their all-white uniforms with the navy blue numbers and red outlines across the chest and letters. Into the corner, Washington works it to Birch. Birch comes off a double screen. Down low, Sharp, pump fakes once, goes up with a big power dribble in the finish to get the Patriots on the board and take an early 2-0 lead.
That was definitely a mismatch for sure.
Corner jumper from Fowler's no good. Sutherland chases down the rebound. Blackwood powers his way up, but he can't finish. Sharp grabs the rebound, and it will be Washington possession. Brown with the basketball. He crosses the Patriot logo.
Martinsburg now in man.
Zimmerman will fit in. He is called for a travel. It will be Martinsburg possession. Gaza will inbound. 2-0 Patriots on top. First minute of the ball game. The first broadcast of the year with the Washington Patriots. Washington go with the 3-2 zone. Fowler shoots over top and bricks it. Sharp grabs the rebound. Brown now with the basketball. He'll slow things down and bring it across the court for Washington. And a foul called going against Folks. That'll be his first personal. Martinsburg ball now after the offensive foul against Washington. Dow picks up his dribble, swings it to Gaza on the right wing. Bulldogs work it around the perimeter. Back up top, Gaza. He drives in with the right hand. Over the corner, Blackwood up top, Dow. Swings it to Fowler. His open triple is short, no good, but a good rebound by Gaza underneath. Blackwood now with the basketball up top, Dow. Martinsburg resets the offense, looks to the high post. Sutherland's turnaround J is no good. Rebounded by Folks underneath. He'll find Brown and he'll set up the offense. 2 minutes in, 2-0 lead for Washington. Brown to the high post with Folks working against Fowler. Now over to Zimmerman, off the Folks screen, pick and roll. Swing it to Brown, his three-pointer is good. Nothing but net for Brown, and it's 5-0 Washington. Blackwood now in transition, ahead to Fowler. Fowler with the good defense, but Blackwood with the putback finish and get the Dogs on the board.
Great job by Blackwood there to find the ball and put it back up and in, and now, as you mentioned, Dogs on the board. It's a 3-point ball game now, 5-2, Washington in the lead.
5:20 to go in the opening quarter. A turnover for Washington. Dow ahead to Blackwood. Blackwood off the bounce. Can't finish the layup. Fowler underneath. Can't put it back up and in. Fighting with Sharp for the rebound. And Luke Fowler draws the foul.
Well, he should have drawn the foul on the shot, but they didn't see the foul.
We're going to call that on Sharp, his first, team second. So Washington will go to the bench. They'll bring in Painter. Inbound it to Dow. Dow around to Fowler. Now back to Dow on the right wing. He'll pull up for three. Too strong. Sharp grabs the rebound. Down low to Painter. Painter pull up mid-range. J rolls around and in. 7-2 Washington.
It's like Washington came to play tonight. Good shot selection so far for Martinsburg. Can't say the same right now. They better get going and find better shots before they decide to shoot them.
Sutherland down low. He'll drive baseline. Blackwood now attacks the zone. Goes up with the left hand and finishes. Nice take by Avion Blackwood. He's got 4 points, all 4 points for the Dogs. And Martinsburg trails by 3 with 4:26 to go. Dow takes it away now. Dow in transition, stepped out of bounds on this near side baseline, and it will be Washington possession. So good strip by Camarion Dow, but couldn't quite keep his feet in. So Washington with possession of the basketball. They get it into Sharp. Back to Brown, and Brown will bring it up. The point guard crosses the timeline, tightly guarded by Blackwood. Finds Painter underneath. Swings it back out to Birch. Birch drives it with the left-handed floater. It's an air ball. Sutherland keeps it alive.
Should have let it go.
Now puts it back up and in.
He should have let it go, but, Sharp there found the ball in for an easy layup.
Ahead to Fowler. Yeah, typically you don't want to save the ball under your own basket defensively. Gaza loses it, dives on the floor to get back to possession. Fowler, a wide open three for the lefty. It's good. Martinsburg makes it 9-7 now with 3:40 to go.
And that was a lot better shot selection for the Dogs, and specifically for Fowler. He hopefully he could find his shot from that area.
Brown now off the screen, pick and roll is Sharp. Back to Brown. He'll swing it to Zimmerman to answer with a triple of his own. Just off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Sutherland. Blackwood now in transition. 2-on-1 fast break. Down low to Fowler. He banks it up and in. Luke Fowler with back-to-back baskets.
Now he's got 5 of the 9 points.
And Martinsburg has tied the ball game up at 9 with 3 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Up top, Zimmerman guarded tightly. And a timeout called by Washington. 9-9 our score, 2:55 to go in the opening quarter. We'll take a 30-second break. This West Virginia High School boys basketball on WRNR.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg has a brand new list of daily specials. Monday, stop on in for burger night or enjoy a nice juicy steak every Tuesday and Wednesday. The Palace Lounge also offers freshly steamed shrimp Thursdays and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Sunday is all-day breakfast, and there are drink specials daily too. So come enjoy the Palace Lounge. You can find them on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard.
Welcome you back to Washington High School. Our first quarter presented to you on TV 10 by Milestone Real Estate Group. Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. Buying or selling a home, call 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. And also Smallwood and Small Insurance in Martinsburg, your total insurance solution at 121 Administrative Drive. Call 304-263-3361. So Washington with possession of the basketball. They'll get it in to McCarthy, who comes in off the bench. Leading scorer in this game because their star player is out, but McCarthy throws up an air ball. Swinging around the perimeter to Brown at the top of the key. Nice job by Barrick to jump the passing lane. And it's Martinsburg going back the other way. Gaza in transition. Has to throw it back out. Zimmerman keeps it alive. Now Barrick picks it up and lays it up and in.
And we'll probably see Barrick with some more time tonight, and that's good for him because he's just below his average of 2 points per game.
So Martinsburg grabs its first lead of the game at 11-9 with 2:15 to go in the opening quarter. Zimmerman attacks off the right side. His shot is blocked. Now swinging to the corner with Birch for the open three. No good. Rebounded by Barrick underneath. Fowler ahead to Dow. Dogs in transition. 3-on-3 fast break. Dow off the bounce. Gets the layup to go. Tough take to the rim. And Dow finishes.
Barrick's already making his presence felt. A rebound and 2 points so far and have been in about a minute.
Zimmerman back the other way with a wide open three. It's short. Barrick picks up the rebound.
Second rebound now.
Ahead to Stephon Barclay. Barclay with the Euro step, but he can't finish the layup. Painter now over to Brown, and Washington will slow things down. Trailing by 4 at 13-9 with 1:30 to go in the opening quarter. Barclay with the good defense. Down low to McCarthy, but it's McCarthy, and it's taken away by Dow. Dow in transition now for the Dogs. Dow again with the tough take. has his shot rejected by Zimmerman. It rolls out of bounds off of the Bulldogs, and it will go to Washington. Noah Young checking in for Gaza. So 13-9 Martinsburg, Washington in possession. McCarthy the inbound. Minute 16 to go in this opening quarter. To Painter over to Birch. Now to the near side, Brown. Brown against Young, over to McCarthy at the top of the key. McCarthy taking off the bounce. Dow takes it away. Ball rolls out of bounds and will stay with Washington.
That's one of the times where you want to go get the ball because it was taken out of the hands by a Martinsburg player.
Barclay couldn't quite chase it down there on the baseline. Inbound to Sharp. Barrick now in transition, all by himself. Barrick will go up for the one-handed slam, but misses it. Noah Young with the rebound. Down now. Will slow things down for the Bulldogs. Barrick sets a screen over to Young. Open three on the way. Good. Nothing but net for Noah Young. And Martinsburg extends the lead out to 7.
Running trap play here.
Good press, but Washington breaks it. Birch throws it away, but it was deflected by Barclay and will stay with the Patriots.
He was trying to get it down low to Josh McCarthy.
So Noah Young comes into the ball game, knocks down a three-pointer. And again, Martinsburg still figuring out the rotation a little bit. Noah Young, as McCarthy misses the three. Ball goes out of bounds and will go to Martinsburg. Noah Young's not a guy that gets first quarter minutes typically.
No, not yet so far this season.
Shows his ability to knock down an open jumper. Adkins will check in for Luke Fowler. Young now with the basketball, he'll run the point.
And now if you're coaching this, if you're the coaching staff and Coach Dave Rogers, you have a little more confidence in Young so far. You can put him in if a guy needs a breather early.
Martinsburg working against that 3-2 zone of Washington. Young swings around the perimeter. Blackwood threw it to nobody, but it ended up in the hands of Barclay. Bulldogs holding for the foul shot. Atkins corner three is short. Rebounded by McCarthy. McCarthy will push. 4 seconds to go in the first quarter. McCarthy launches. Can't quite get it to go, and it will end the first quarter with Martinsburg holding a 16-9 lead at the end of one. We'll take a 30-second break, or we'll take a 1-minute break and have more West Virginia High School boys basketball on WRNR.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg has a brand new list of daily specials. Monday, stop on in for burger night or enjoy a nice juicy steak every Tuesday and Wednesday. The Palace Lounge also offers freshly steamed shrimp Thursdays and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Sunday is all-day breakfast and there are drink specials daily too. So come enjoy the Palace Lounge. You can find them on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard.
Welcome back to Washington High School. Martinsburg got down early, but the Bulldogs have rallied to build a 16-9 lead. Our second quarter brought to you on TV 10 by Sutton & Janelle Attorneys at Law, a full-service law firm helping individuals, families, and businesses with all their legal needs. They're 224 West King Street in Martinsburg or online at suttonandjanelle.com. Bulldogs get a steal. Blackwood in transition with the left-handed layup, and he finishes. Martinsburg now leading by 9.
Great job early to force some pressure.
Washington struggling with the press early on. Noah Young now takes one away. Ball gets knocked in the air. Adkins picks it up ahead of Blackwood. Blackwood attacks. And a technical foul called in transition against Birch.
Did he say a magic word?
Must have. Martinsburg probably kind of doesn't want that technical just because Avion Blackwood was going to go up for a layup, but Noah Young will head to the line.
Yeah.
So kind of a weird time to get one, but nonetheless, Blackwood now with 6 points after finishing that layup off the steal. Young to the free throw line, and he'll miss the front end off the back of the rim.
Coach Hilliard really asking the refs what was going on. He didn't quite understand where the tee came from.
Young now with the left-handed free throw, and he knocks down that one. So 1 for 2 at the line. Young has 4 points for the Dogs, and Martinsburg has built a 10-point lead and now have possession of the basketball due to the technical on Birch. Birch will check out. McCarthy will check back in. Bulldogs now in possession of the basketball. Avion Blackwood running the point. 7:40 to go in the first half. Noah Young up top, swing it to Atkins in the corner. He'll try a long arcing shot. No good. Avion Blackwood keeps the possession alive for the Bulldogs.
Noah Young in it this so far. Really in the ball game.
Atkins attacks, gets fouled, and he'll go to the line with the finish. Atkins with his first 2 points.
And as I mentioned there with Young, kind of the rebound just fell into his hands. And he was able to get it and kind of throw it around, and then that play was able to happen with Atkins.
Yeah, Young and Atkins are 2 guys that at the beginning of the season weren't really playing at all, but as the year's gone on, they're starting to now carve out a role on this Bulldog team. Atkins with the 3-point play, and now a turnover off the inbound. Painter just kind of threw it away trying to hit McCarthy, and Martinsburg with a 22-9 lead. And things getting out of hand early on for Washington with about 7:20 to go in the first half. High post, Atkins attacks, splits the defense, and finishes the tough layup. Martinsburg now again with the press, and Avion Blackwood's going to pick up the personal. Jaron Atkins providing a spark with 5 points off the bench. All coming in the second quarter. McCarthy bringing it up for Washington ahead to Zimmerman. Zimmerman gets trapped, throws it ahead to McCarthy, and a foul called. It will be Washington possession. They'll inbound from the far side out of bounds. Blackwood picking up his second. So that will force him to check out of the game. Cyril Gaza coming in. Dow coming in, and we'll pretty much get the starters. Aiden Jackson checks in for the first time tonight. Luke Fowler, along with Jess Sutherland, now on the court for Martinsburg. Inbounded to McCarthy in the corner. Down low to Sharp. Sharp can't finish the layup, gets his own rebound, and he is blocked by Sutherland. Back the other way goes Martinsburg.
Got to use the backboard on that one. Would have been an easy 2.
Gaza in transition ahead to Dow. Fowler open 3 on the way. Short, no good. Rebounded by Gaza. Martinsburg keeps possession. Dow now. Has it tipped away by Zimmerman. 2-on-1 fast break for the Patriots. Zimmerman with the left hand. Dow with the good defense. McCarthy grabs the rebound and puts it back up and in. First 2 points for McCarthy. Down low to Sutherland, power dribble in the paint, lost control of the ball, and it heads out of bounds to Washington basketball. 6:22 to go in this first half. Other second quarter sponsor on TV 10, presented to you by Modern Renovations. West Virginia homeowners trust the experts at Modern Renovations for roofing. Call them at 304-564-6317 to schedule your free estimate, or visit mymodernrenovations.com. Open 3 for Painter on the way is too strong, no good. Rebounded by Sharp. That pass is tipped away by Dow.
Great job by Martinsburg to crowd the basket. Getting a lot of bodies down there to be able to get rebounds and steal passes.
Gaza's corner 3 is off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Sharp. Washington the other way. Brown being pressured tightly by Gaza. Painter, one dribble, throws it to this near side to Zimmerman. Zimmerman attacks baseline. Tight defense by Dow. Over to Painter. Painter, nice pass down low to McCarthy. He gets fouled. He'll head to the line. Couldn't finish the layup, but he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, Painter's throwing very direct and fast passes that only his guys can get.
5.5 minutes to go in this first half. Martinsburg building a 13-point lead at 24-11. McCarthy short on the first free throw. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Spencer Dupuis, Donald Kenny, Harry Brown on camera, Colin McLaughlin back in the studio. McCarthy takes a few dribbles, lines up his free throw, and gets the friendly roll off the front of the rim. Put him at 3 points. Cut the lead in half now at 24-12. So Martinsburg will now gain possession of the ball. Into Dow. Dow brings it up for the Dogs. Still a 3-2 look for Washington defensively. Luke Fowler working it around the perimeter. Over to Gaza in the near side corner. Martinsburg looking for a good shot here. Swing it to Sutherland in the far corner. Nice bounce pass underneath to Gaza, and he gets fouled on the floor, though. Will not be a shooting foul, so it'll just be Martinsburg possession underneath. I believe the foul went against Painter underneath. 24-12 Martinsburg. Aiden Jackson off the inbound. Over to Fowler, corner three. Just short, no good. Rebounded by Sharp. Zimmerman now in transition with the right-handed layup. He can't finish. Dow comes away with the rebound. Dow all alone in space. One-on-one fast break. Dow goes up strong and finishes with the right hand.
Great job using the backboard, and that's why it went in, just right off the backboard. Martinsburg's already scored 10 in this quarter, while Washington's only scored 3.
Dow with 4 points. Takes a hard screen from Folks. Ball goes out of bounds. And it will be Martinsburg possession as Zimmerman struggled to maintain the basketball. So 26-12 Martinsburg on top, 4:39 to go in this first half. Dow crosses the timeline over to Gaza. Sutherland, pump fake, drives baseline, nice pass inside to Aiden Jackson, and a foul called again against Washington. I will go on Folks. Folks picked up an early foul in that first quarter. Now picking up his second there. So he'll check out. Martinsburg at the box set on the baseline. Or the stack set, I should say. Fowler inbounds to Jackson. Jackson, one dribble, power, layup is good.
Great job by Jackson with that one dribble. Powered it up and in. Martinsburg with a 16-point lead now.
McCarthy catches in the Patriots logo over to Brown. Brown's floater in the lane is short. Rebounded underneath, and a wild shot is no good. Rebounded by Gaza. Gaza ahead of Jackson. Nice spin move, and the right-handed layup is good.
Great job by Jackson there. Now back-to-back points for him.
4 points for Aiden Jackson off the bench. Martinsburg seeing a lot of production from a lot of different players tonight. As McCarthy drives in at the left hand, his shot is no good. Jackson grabs the rebound ahead to Gaza, back to Dow. Dow drives in, pump fakes, and he finishes with the right hand. Too easy right now for Martinsburg against this Washington team. It's 32-12 with 3:35 to go in the first half. We'll take a 30-second break out of the timeout. It's West Virginia High School boys basketball on WRNR.
Laura. Hey, Laura. What's with the sunglasses? Ouch!
The word is spreading. Bechtel Jewelers is home to some dangerously brilliant diamonds.
See the difference at Bechtel Jewelers in Inwood. Sunglasses not included.
Welcome back to Washington High School. Martinsburg dominating Washington 32-12 here in the second quarter with about 3.5 minutes to go in this first half. Martinsburg has seen baskets from 7 different players here in this first half of play. Adkins guarding Brown tightly and forces him to throw it off of Adkins and out of bounds. It will remain with Washington. Nick Verzolini alongside me is Spencer Dupuis. Happy to have you with us for Martinsburg Bulldog action. West Virginia High School boys basketball action is tightly guarded off the inbound. It's a 0-0. We don't have a 0-0. That shot rejected by Jacob Barrick. Pinned it off the backboard. It will stay with Washington.
I'm just going to go right now. That is the Cody's body shot rejection of the ballgame.
Yeah, going to be hard to beat that one. Not certain who 0-0 is, but he gets blocked again by Barrick. Maybe give him 2. Brown, though, with the basketball for the Patriots. Swings it to 0-0, who shoots an air ball, and then McCarthy with the putback, no good. And a kick ball violation called against Martinsburg. So we'll stay. Another block, but this time a foul called.
On Barclay there.
That'll be his first personal foul. 2:52 to go in the first half of play. Folks to the free throw line. He'll line it up and miss it. No, Folks averaging 11 points per game on the season, but has struggled in this ball game, held so far scoreless. His second free throw is up and good. Martinsburg quickly back the other way. Barclay over to Blackwood. Working around the perimeter. Extra pass to Adkins. His corner 3, an air ball. And heads out of bounds and will be Washington possession.
Yeah, went off Barclay. He was going to get the rebound, but it just bounced off of his body.
McCarthy inbounds to Brown. 32-13. Martinsburg leading with 2:40 to go in this first half. Adkins takes away. Adkins with a nice lead pass out to Blackwood, and Blackwood finishes with the layup.
Great job by Martinsburg defensively so far. Guys you're not expecting to step up. Overall, stepping up so far. Young and Adkins among them.
Blackwood now with 8 points. Good defense off the trap by Adkins and Blackwood. Martinsburg keeping the intensity too, which seemed to be kind of lacking in their last game against Bridgeport. The intensity is there this evening.
He's going to get Adkins. Oh, wow.
Travel on Washington.
Could have gone either way.
0-0. You want to just name him George Washington so we don't have a 0-0 on the roster?
We don't have it. There's also a George Washington High School.
Well, I'm going to name 0-0 George Washington because I don't have a name for him.
Well, we had halftime. Go ask for his name.
You do that. Barclay off the bounce, attacks the layup. No good. Over to Adkins, his three-pointer. Bingo! It falls for Jaron Adkins, and Martinsburg extends the lead to 37-13.
They're just having so much fun out here right now, and the guys that you don't usually see play right now are playing. This lineup just really has Barclay and Blackwood among the guys that get a lot of time.
Brown will inbound. Into Folks. Folks back to Brown. His corner 3 is too strong, no good. Rebounded by McCarthy. McCarthy turns it over. Adkins with a nice bounce pass to Barclay, and he gets fouled on the reverse layup. Can't get the shot to go, but he'll head to the line.
So I'm getting out of hand here at Washington High School.
Martinsburg with the significant 37-13 lead over Washington. Barclay's free throws up and good, so another Bulldog in the scoring column.
And if you're Martinsburg, you can't step off the gas pedal because that's kind of what you did last time against Bridgeport, and you had to come back. you were up a little early, you're playing great. It just looked like you took your foot off the gas pedal, and now can't do that here.
Adkins over to Young. Young will try a wall and triple, and that's nothing but net for Noah Young.
He's on fire.
7 points for Young off the bench, 2 threes. And Martinsburg extends the lead to 41-13. Brown over to McCarthy. McCarthy thought about it. Now he pulls from 3, and he gets the swish. Nice shot from McCarthy. He's starting to heat up a little bit in the second quarter. 6 points off the bench for him. Blackwood drives baseline. Can't get the layup to go, but he'll head to the line. So Blackwood to the line for the first time this evening. 6 points for Avion Blackwood. Misses that free throw. Down with 6. Blackwood with 6. 7 for Adkins. I'm sorry. 8 for Adkins. Both no good from Blackwood. Barrick on the putback on the follow. Washington in transition.
You get Adkins there?
It's going to be on the floor. I think it is going against Adkins as he thought he had the ball, and that will be his first, I believe. Will be Washington on the baseline. Brown into Folks. High post taken away by Barclay. Barclay now to the rim with the reverse layup. Can't finish. Blackwood, though, with the putback and knocks it down.
Martinsburg just doing whatever they want to do.
Yeah, it's a young Washington team. Martinsburg's picked up the tempo. Made it tough, especially playing without your best player for Washington. So definitely not easy for this Patriots team. Some guys that haven't played this season aren't on the roster getting minutes, so been tough for the Patriots as McCarthy knocks down that free throw.
Well, you wonder how different this game would be if you had Christian Longerbeam, who's out with COVID protocols right now. You wonder how different that game would be with him in the game.
Definitely would help Washington out on the offensive end as McCarthy knocks down that first free throw. He's been solid, like I said, in the second quarter, getting things going, knocking down both free throws there, but maybe too little too late for the Patriots at 43-18. We're not at halftime quite yet. Noah Young swinging it to Adkins. Working around the perimeter, settling for the last shot. Barclay thought about a 3. Back to Young up top. Extra pass Adkins. He'll pull it from long range. It's an air, or just off the rim. Barclay, though, with the good putback and the finish through the contact.
Great job there by Blackwood. Or excuse me, by Barclay on that one. Martinsburg put on a showcase here.
Stephon Barclay's free throw is good. Bulldogs up 46-18. Brown the other way. Last second shot at the buzzer is well short. And we'll head to halftime. Martinsburg, the 46-18 lead at the half. We'll take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll have the Mansion Freddy halftime show. It's West Virginia High School boys basketball on WRNR.
Home Helpers of the Eastern Panhandle, making life easier for you, your family, and especially your loved ones that need their care. They are locally owned and searching for smiling faces to hire so that your loved one can stay in their home where they are the happiest. Call 304-433-8000 or visit homehelpershomecare.com/panhandle. Or you can visit them at 3192 Winchester Avenue right here in Martinsburg. Each office is independently owned and operated.
Ever try to collect on an insurance claim? Perhaps a homeowner's claim, auto accident, or fire. Insurance companies collect money from you for protection should something bad happen. And when it does, they don't want to pay, or they offer too little. At Mansion Ferretti, we have an attorney who worked defending insurance companies and knows all the dirty tricks they play to deny or lowball your claim. Call us today for help in getting what you really deserve. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Carpet World is more than just carpet. Carpet World specializes in a complete selection of hardwood floors by respected names like Armstrong, Bruce, Shaw, and Mohawk, and tile by Dowell Tile, American Oleum, and Mannington for all rooms in your home. And Carpet World can update your bathroom shower with very attractive ceramic tile walls and floor. Financing with up to 12 months deferred interest is available, along with experienced quality installation at Carpet World, 2330 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. CarpetWorldofMartinsburg.com.
To Washington High School, the Bulldogs are commanding 46-18 lead, Spencer, and there hasn't been a whole lot of positives for this Washington team. We talked about it, playing without their best player, and they've struggled against this Martinsburg team that we knew was pretty good, and I think tonight is definitely their best performance so far of the season.
Yeah, and when you can get your guys, your secondary guys, even your 7th, 8th guys off the bench to contribute as well as they've contributed so far, I mean, you're going to be dominant. I mean, 30 points in that last frame while only giving up 9. I mean, you put guys in there like Noah Young and and like Aiden Jackson, Jacob Barrick, just guys that aren't in the lineup, and Jaron Adkins as well, and those guys are they're playing extremely well so far. Kind of not what you would expect if you're just throwing them in there in the second quarter of a game.
Yeah, definitely. And we'll go over the stats for both teams. We'll start with Martinsburg, down with 6, 4 for Jackson, 2 for Barrick, 5 for Fowler, 7 for Young, and then 10 for Blackwood. See where I made my mistake now, Spencer. And we got 4 for Barclay. For some reason I had him at 6. And then 8 for Adkins. That's 46 for the Bulldogs. And then for Washington, 3 for Brown, 1 for Folks, 2 for Painter, 8 for McCarthy, and 4 for Sharp. 46-18, our score at the half. We'll take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll hear from Colin McLaughlin, who's got scores at the half of many games on the And One halftime scoreboard show. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on WRNR.
Life can get in the way these days. We all know that. Work commitments, social commitments, volunteer commitments, family commitments. You put your heart into all of it. You've got enough to worry about already. Your roof shouldn't be one of those things. Everything should just work. But when your roof is in need of an upgrade, you shouldn't have to worry about that either. Modern Renovations, your 4-state roofing solution. Reminding you that home is where the heart really is.
The right attorney can make all the difference in the outcome of your case.
I called Sutton and Janelle, the best lawyers you could ask for.
Sutton and Janelle Attorneys at Law. 70 years of collective legal experience. Family law, criminal defense, DUI, personal injury, and mediation.
Sutton and Janelle got the most favorable outcome I could have expected.
Visit Sutton and Janelle's new historic location, 224 West King Street in Martinsburg. Online at suttonandjanelle.com. Sutton and Janelle Attorneys at Law. They value your rights and are passionate about your success.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg has a brand new list of daily specials. Monday, stop on in for burger night or enjoy a nice juicy steak every Tuesday and Wednesday. The Palace Lounge also offers freshly steamed shrimp Thursdays and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Sunday is all-day breakfast and there are drink specials daily too. So come enjoy the Palace Lounge. You can find them on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard.
If you or someone you know suffers from the disease of addiction, help is available from the Berkeley County Quick Response Team with peer recovery coaches and support promptly to the homes of those who've recently experienced an overdose. This collective effort towards recovery brings resources and services to the community, including naloxone and treatment options. Call 304-267-1313 or visit the Berkeley County Recovery Resource Center, 400 West Stevens Street, Martinsburg. The Berkeley County Quick Response Team is funded through a DHHR grant with the Berkeley Morgan County Health Department.
Welcome into the And One Halftime Scoreboard Show on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Colin McLaughlin here as the And One Halftime Scoreboard Show is brought to you by Home Helpers Home Care of Martinsburg, serving the tri-state area, giving care the way you want to be cared for. Learn more by calling 304-433-8000. We're at the half between the Martinsburg Bulldogs and the Washington Patriots there in Charlestown, West Virginia. And it has been a great first half for the Bulldogs. They lead the Washington Patriots by a score of 46-18. So almost a 30-point lead for the Martinsburg Bulldogs. But now let's look at some scores in the professional world, as I currently don't have a score update for the Jefferson Cougars at Hedgesville Eagles. I will try to get that for you in the postgame, but some NCAA games that are going on, and already an upset in the top 5 of men's college hoops. USC falls to Stanford 75-69, and the number 1 team in the nation, the Baylor Bears, taking on the 19th team in the nation, Texas Tech. That is 33-28 now, as the second half just tipped off. Also just tipping off a couple minutes ago in the Big 12 realm is number 15 Iowa State at number 9 Kansas, and Iowa State currently leads 7-5 in the first 4 minutes there. Oklahoma plays Texas. That tips off at 8:30, and then tonight at 9 p.m. it's the West Virginia Mountaineers at home taking on the Oklahoma State Cowboys, and you will hear that on Talk Radio WRNR right here, 106.5 FM, 740 AM, at the conclusion of this game between Martinsburg and Washington. Final score I'll give you at the half, it's the Oklahoma City Thunder leading the Washington Wizards 61-58. That is your Home Helpers of Martinsburg and One halftime scoreboard show. We'll take another 2-minute break, send it back to Washington High School for the second half, where the score is Martinsburg 46, Washington 18.
The Honda Civic and the Accord are uniquely stylish in their own way. But you know what they have in common? Reliability and comfort? Sure. Available turbocharged engines? Of course. But also, the driver, having fun for no reason, except for the thrill of driving a Honda. America's most loved auto brand.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
2021 American Customer Satisfaction Index, ACSI, survey of customers rating the performance of their own automobiles.
Erie Insurance says, here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilston Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
Hi, this is Lauren from Orsini's right here in Martinsburg. Grilling is not just for the boys. We are a Platinum Traeger dealer carrying the Pro Series all the way up to the Timberline Series. We have every flavor of wood pellets along with accessories, rubs, sauces. Not just Traeger, we carry Utz, Meat Church, Lanes, and Dizzy Pig. We also carry a full line of Yeti products. Orsini's has everything to complete your backyard. Visit us at 360 Hack Wilson Way or at Orsinis.com.
Welcome back to Washington High School as we begin the second half. Our halftime show is brought to you by Mansion Freddie Law Firm in Martinsburg, where it's about seeking justice for you. Go to WVJusticeLawyers.com. We now begin this third quarter. Martinsburg with a commanding 46-18 lead, and right to start this second half, Dow knocks down a three from the top of the key, and Martinsburg extends that lead to 49-18. It's not a bad start for the third quarter for Martinsburg. Sharp now in the corner. Up top, Brown with it on the near side. Swings it to Zimmerman, opposite side wing. Over to Birch in the corner. Martinsburg out in a 2-3 zone, trying to work on some things with a pretty big lead.
And thanks to Jefferson High School football coach Craig Hunter, he just texted me an update. Jefferson is up 29-17 at halftime over Hedgesville. So
big game there between two undefeated teams. Down low to Sutherland. Sutherland with the pass underneath, and ball goes out off of Washington and will stay with the Bulldogs. So 49-18, Martinsburg with 6:55 to go, and now we'll go to Washington as the official corrects himself.
Yeah, and shout out to
Coach Hunter on a text and basis
I just checked my phone and he texted me the score because Colin couldn't find it at half, so I'm assuming he was watching.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Sign him to a reporting contract. Drive and dish out to the corner. That shot no good. Folks with a putback, and he'll finish. Tough first half for Folks. Only had 1 point, averaging in double figures on the season, but he gets that layup to go. Make it 49-20. And 3 points now for him. McCarthy with it, high post. Folks turns around and knocks down the open jumper from the elbow. Back-to-back shots good from Folks. It's now 49-22. Give him 5 points. Over to Luke Fowler now on the left wing. Fowler head fakes up top. Dow open three, swish. Right through for Dow. He has 12 points now with 2 threes in this third quarter. 52-22, Bulldogs. Folks on the high post. Working around the perimeter. McCarthy drives baseline, floater on the way, in and out, no good. Rebounded by Folks underneath. Back to McCarthy. Up top, Brown. 5.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Nice job by Sutherland to jump the passing lane. Force the turnover. Gaza now in transition. Back to Dow. 1-3 on the way. Just can't quite get the friendly roll, and Washington will go back the other way. Swing it to Zimmerman in the corner. Zimmerman up top, McCarthy. Brown now working against Gaza on this near side. Gets a screen from Folks and a travel called on Brown. Turnover for the Patriots. Painter will check in for Brown. Really not too many turnovers for Washington, it seems like. Just really good defense by Martinsburg throughout this game. And again, we mentioned it, Patriots without their top scorer, longer beam, and that certainly impacted the result of this one. Down low now for Jackson. Sutherland gets it back after it's tipped away. (52-22) our score with 4:55 to go in this third quarter. Presented to you on TV 10 by Kelly Allstate Insurance. For all of your insurance need, call Gary Kelly at 304-263-4596 or stop by 724 Lakeview Drive in Martinsburg. Washington forces a turnover. McCarthy attacks the zone. Floater in the lane is an air ball. And it gets tipped around, and it will stay with the Patriots.
Came off Jeff Sutherland as he was trying to go for the ball, but it went out of bounds. And, you know, if you're Martinsburg, you got to just keep going as if this game isn't a 30-point lead, because that's kind of when you fall and you can let another team back into it.
Painter with an open three is short. Down now, back the other way for the Dogs. Ahead to Aiden Jackson. Jackson goes over with the left-handed layup. He can't finish. Heads out of bounds, and will stay with Martinsburg. 52-22, still the score, 4:27 to go in the third quarter. Martinsburg with the lead. Dow inbound, standing on the A in Washington on the baseline. Luke Fowler to Dow in the corner. Jackson now in the high post, spin move in the lane, blocked by Sharp.
He just threw him to the ground, too.
I don't think it was intentional, but and to McCarthy with the nice right-handed Layup on the left side. Now ahead to Jackson, back the other way. Pump fakes in the lane several times. Finishes with the contact and will head to the line.
Yeah, great job by Jackson just to be aware of where the defenders were. He stopped, let them come by, and then he went up and he still got hacked, but he still made it. So now it's and one opportunity.
Jackson continues to be a guy off the bench that has shown some real bright spots for the Bulldogs. And talking to Coach Dave Rogers, he had mentioned to me that Aiden Jackson's doing great job in practice as well. So a guy we could see continue to get more minutes and play well for Martinsburg, whether it be off the bench or maybe even in the starting lineup. Folks now will bring it up. Martinsburg will bring Noah Young in along with Jacob Barrick and Jaron Adkins along with Barclay. So Blackwood the only starter out there. Barclay now in transition off the steal. Barclay can't make the layup. Blackwood puts it back up and in.
Yeah, great job by Blackwood there to be there, right place, right time. Get the layup or get the rebound and lay it back up and in.
First 2 points of the second half for Blackwood. He has 12. Martinsburg at the trap on Zimmerman. He throws a tough pass to McCarthy. Great catch there. Over to Painter. Painter takes one dribble, finds Sharp in the middle. His top of the key mid-range is good, and a timeout for Washington. So let's take a 30-second break. 57-26 our score, 3:23 to go in the third quarter. We're back in 30 seconds.
A reputation for caring, a legacy of service. At Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, it's been our story since 1880. A family-owned business, we support the needs and wishes of families. We offer traditional services, as well as many options for cremation, customized remembrances, and pre-planning. Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations retains its family atmosphere and stays true to its roots. Contact us for advanced planning, or at your time of loss. We're here when you need us.
Welcome you back to Washington High School. The Patriots trailing the Martinsburg Bulldogs 57-26 with 3:23 to go in this third quarter. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Spencer Dupuis, Donald Kinney on camera, and Harry Brown as well. And then back in the studio, Colin McLaughlin. Will be Martinsburg ball as the Patriots called the timeout right as that shot went through. So Martinsburg possession, Barclay to inbound on the baseline. Young and Blackwood the guards in the front court. Washington working on a press here. Adkins standing in the mid-court, and then Barrick in the back or in the front court. Blackwood and Martinsburg break the defense relatively well, but now a turnover after Blackwood trying to force it down low to Barrick.
This lineup right now, like it was in the middle of the second quarter, you got Noah Young out there, you got Jaron Adkins out there, as well as Barrick.
Turnover back the other way. Young comes away with the basketball. Young on the near side. Down low to Barclay. Barclay up top now to Blackwood. Back to Barclay. He'll jab step, drive in, kick it out. Adkins three on the way. Swish good for Jaron Adkins. Playing real well off the bench. 11 points for Adkins. And Martinsburg leads 60-26. Painter over to Sharp in the corner. Down low McCarthy. One dribble pull up is short. Ball gets knocked around, and it will be Martinsburg possession after rolling out of bounds. So Washington keeping with the press. And again, this isn't really a look to necessarily do something against Martinsburg in this game, but it's a look to work on. It's probably one of the better teams that you're going to see as Barrick pulls up. No good on his shot. I mean, there's a lot of good teams in the EPAC, but yeah, Martinsburg has talent, has some good athleticism, so it's a good look for you if you're Washington. Sharp working down low. Turnaround is just too strong. Blackwood ahead to Barclay. McCarthy leaps up for it, knocks it away. A foul called. Going to go against Barclay, and it will now be Washington possession. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Well, if you're Martinsburg, you're up 34 points here. And, you know, you're still trying to get into a rhythm this season. Only your fifth game of the year.
And these are key minutes for
our sixth game of the year.
Mainly bench players. Blackwood a starter. He's kind of running point guard, though, so not a role that he's used to, as Adkins nearly forces a turnover. Ball goes on the ground, and now Barrick comes away with it. Barrick ahead of Barclay. Barclay in transition trying to throw it down, but he couldn't quite finish.
That's twice now 2 Bulldogs haven't been able to finish trying to throw it down.
McCarthy back the other way, rebounded underneath.
Gonna get
another foul call
for the push.
I was wondering if Stephon Barclay would try it.
Yeah,
obviously a wide receiver, so he can get up.
Yeah. Well, what I was mentioning before was, you're Martinsburg. You're going back to the lineup you had in the second quarter. But you also got to get your guys some minutes. They still haven't played that much this season.
Barclay with the interception ahead of Blackwood, and he'll lay it up and in
wisely, not try to go for the style points.
I don't know if Avion can get up that high. $14 for Blackwood. Underneath, Painter throws it off Adkins, and it will stay with Washington.
Yeah, just above his average of 13.6.
A lot of good games for several Dogs tonight. Martinsburg with the commanding lead, 62-26. McCarthy off the inbound. McCarthy with a nice head fake. He'll head to the line. He's continued to work hard for Washington. Josh McCarthy averaging 12.5 points per game. Heading into this contest with 10 so far tonight. 8 of them coming in that second quarter. And he'll head to the free throw line. First free throw is short, no good.
So getting some more about this Jefferson-Edgesville game. Jefferson went on a 9-0 run to start the second quarter. That's how they're up 29-17 at half.
That one, as McCarthy knocks down the second free throw, Barclay now with an open 3, and he gets it to roll around and in for Barclay. His first 3 points of the second half. Painter down low, and it'll be Martinsburg possession. Well, that one I knew would be interesting between Jefferson and Hedgesville due to 2 different styles, though.
Yeah.
So how would Hedgesville match that up-tempo of Jefferson?
And we talked about it with head coach Kelly Church on the Sports Mix today, and he knew it was going to be a challenge for his team.
Barclay off the bounce over to Young in the corner for 3. That's nothing but net for Noah Young. Really good game for him off the bench. 10 points now.
Came in averaging 0.75 points a game. That'll push that up just a bit.
Painter now with the 3. It's an air ball chased down by Blackwood ahead to Barclay. Let's see if he goes for it again. This time he'll just say, yeah, give me some points.
Wisely.
And Barclay in double figures. Not quite in double figures. 9 points for Barclay.
This one really getting out of hand here as we end the third quarter, 70-27.
Brown down low to Painter. Barrick with another rejection. He has 3 of them. And they all could be up for your rejection of the game, Spencer. I mean, the one that he had off the backboard is probably the best one, but
yeah,
he's got 3 rejections of the game.
And he's playing a lot more minutes than he did last game in the mixer in the Skip Fowler.
Chases down that ball. Birch attacks in the lane with the left-handed floater. No good. And that will do it for the third quarter. It is all Martinsburg here at Washington High School, 70-27. They get 1 minute break and return for the fourth quarter. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio WRNR. Our third quarter was also presented to you by TV10. Or presented to you on TV10 by Orsini's Home Store, not just appliance store any longer, 360 Hack Wilson Way, Martinsburg. We're online at Orsinis.com. We're back in a minute.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
The right attorney can make all the difference in the outcome of your case.
I called Sutton and Janelle, the best lawyers you could ask for.
Sutton and Janelle Attorneys at Law. 70 years of collective legal experience. Family law, criminal defense, DUI, personal injury, and mediation.
Sutton and Janelle got the most favorable outcome I could have expected.
Visit Sutton and Janelle's new historic location, 224 West King Street in Martinsburg. Online at suttonandjanelle.com. Sutton and Janelle Attorneys at Law. They value your rights and are passionate about your success.
Welcome you back to Washington High School. 70-27. Martinsburg leading over Washington. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Spencer Dupuis. Our fourth quarter presented to you on TV 10 by Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations. Robert Fields and Sons, a family-owned, full-service funeral home in Martinsburg, Inwood, and Charlestown. Ranson, probably serving the area since 1880. Martinsburg comes away with a steal. Dow now in transition. Gaza. Down low, Aiden Jackson. Turnaround Jay in the paint is off the mark and no good, and will stay with the Bulldogs underneath. Other fourth quarter sponsor on TV 10, Ollie's VIP Northside, the best local spot to catch sports or hang out with friends. Stop by 36 Veronica Drive in Martinsburg. Ollie's VIP will see you for the game. Aiden Jackson double teamed underneath, kicks it out to Fowler. Gaza now with the basketball down low to Jackson.
You can go to Ollie's VIP on Saturday to support the Martinsburg baseball team.
There you go, sharp attacks, and he'll finish with the floater. Correction, that's not sharp. Another player I don't have on the roster, number 3.
Probably JV player.
Yeah, I would presume. Down low to Sutherland. Jackson in the low post. Jackson pumps, finishes, and will head to the line again. Aiden Jackson has done that, 2 or 3 times tonight?
Yeah.
But that's the second time he's done that.
He's playing very meaningful minutes when he gets in the ballgame. That's what you like about guys that are reserves off the bench.
Can't quite finish the free throw, but a nice game for Aiden Jackson off the bench. Now 9 points for him. Martinsburg at the 72-29 lead over Washington. Birch with the basketball, working against the 3-2 zone defense. Gaza read that one all the way, takes it away. Gaza ahead to Dow. Comes off the screen from Sutherland. Nice pick and roll with the big fella. Sutherland throws it up and gets it to
Wow. Wow, that could be the Parsons Ford moment of the game because he shouldn't have made that.
Soft touch, Spencer, around the rim. Give Jeff Sutherland some credit. His first 2 points. And to make it 3. No good on the free throw. Jackson, though, with the rebound. Jackson working his way through the contact and one again.
Wow.
Aiden Jackson, call him the and one machine. The big guys from Martinsburg putting in work tonight. Barrick on the defensive end, Jackson on the offensive end. We've now seen Sutherland get involved. Maybe we need to work on the free throws a little bit, but they'll get there.
Yeah.
76-29, Martinsburg dominating against Washington. Here's a three-pointer on the way, short. Washington grabs the rebound. Back out to Painter. It's an air ball. Underneath, Sharp grabs it. Back to Painter. Washington triple, no good. Jackson again. Can he get 2 hands for safety?
There it is. 3rd time's the charm. Bulldogs slam it home.
Aiden Jackson with the big slam dunk on that end. Only one that went up for the two-handed dunk, too.
Yeah, I mean, there you go.
You get more vertical, though, with the one hand.
But he knew he had the height.
The three-pointer is good from Birch. First 3 points of the game for him. Down now. Over to Brown with the turnover. Brown with the reverse layup. Comes up a little bit short on it. And then now will be Martinsburg basketball. I'm sorry, that was singled the wrong way. That should be Washington basketball, yeah.
Number 1 was about to get under a technical if it didn't go that way.
He called it on Sutherland, but pointed Martinsburg's direction.
Birch was about to not be happy.
I don't really blame him. That would have been the wrong call, but Washington with the basketball now. Brown. up top, dribbling around the perimeter. 78-32, Martinsburg on top, 5 minutes to go. Birch now with it. Top of the key, over to Sharp. Sharp back to Washington for three, and number 3 knocks down the triple. (78-35). Fowler over to Jackson down low, and Aiden Jackson continuing to put in work.
Having himself a day.
He is a force to be reckoned with, especially against some of the second unit from Washington. No real size out there, so Jackson can just post up.
I don't even know you can give the WVU Medicine player of the game to, because they're all playing great on Martinsburg.
That's a fair point. We'll have to discuss that in the later part of the post-game session. Brown's corner three is an air ball. Gaza grabs it from Martinsburg. Ahead to Aiden Jackson. Does he go up for the dunk again? No, he comes up short on a layup. Gets his own rebound and gets fouled.
But he's going to the line.
He's got a big smile there after that one.
He's definitely got a lot to be happy about right now.
Yeah. We'll total it up. He had 4 points at halftime. Now with 15.
That was way off. Missed the first layup, though. He's definitely moving that 3.6 points per game average up today.
Yeah.
A lot of players going to move their averages up. It's going to skew them.
We'll now see Shipley for the first time, along with Clark and Baker, who's played a little bit. Some JV guys getting some action for Martinsburg. And that free throw is no good. Barrett grabs the rebound.
They going to call a jump ball here, or are they calling it? Oh.
Foul going in Sharp. Atkins will check in now for Jackson. So it'll be Shipley, Clark, Baker, Barrick, and Atkins on the court for the Dogs. Clark down low to Barrick. Shipley over to Atkins for three. Short, no good. Rebounded again by Barrick underneath to Baker. Baker turns it over, and Atkins,
got a scramble. Goes down there. It is a 45-point ball game right now.
Well, yeah, when you get into 80-35, you're going to see some sloppy play. Washington with the basketball. 3:20 to go in this contest. It's pretty much Washington got wrapped an early lead. Martinsburg came back. There's a three-pointer on the way, no good. Baker grabs the rebound, and then Martinsburg really rallied. Shipley with the basketball for the Bulldogs. Over to Clark. Back to Shipley. Down low to Barrick. Nice pass, and Barrick knocks down the elbow J. JB with 4 points.
He seems like he's got a lot more, because we've said his name a lot today. He's
been great on the glass, and probably 3 or 4 blocks, I'd say.
Probably 5 or 6 rebounds.
Maybe even more than that. I mean, he's gotten a lot of offensive. Again, we talked about Washington with really like the third unit out there right now, and not a whole lot of size. So guys like Barrick and Jackson are going to dominate the paint, and they've done that. Shipley will bring it up for the Bulldogs, leading 82-35 with 2:35 to go in the fourth quarter. Clark comes off the screen, can't get the layup to go. Baker chases down the layup, and he finishes. Get another dog in the scoring column with Baker with the 2 points. Atkins with the steal, ahead to Shipley. Shipley finishes the layup. So, Spencer, all we need now to have every Bulldog scoring would be a layup from Clark, or any points from Clark.
He's on the court now, so it is entirely possible. I know he wants to get some points. He hasn't scored some points. On the first side, wow, Barrick with another block.
Put that one in the third row.
This is what Martinsburg, I think, was missing in that Bridgeport game. Jacob Barrick didn't get a lot of minutes, and he didn't get to show his defensive ability.
I think, too, this is at this point, a blowout. So it's a good chance for Martinsburg, I think, to build some confidence, really worked on some things, got a lot of different guys in the ball game. And to an extent, while this isn't a confidence builder for Washington, it's a chance to really reflect and know where you're at now at this point in the season. So next time you play these guys, you can make it a lot closer, as this is a three-pointer on the way, no good. Zimmerman with the floater in the lane, he gets that to go. Atkins down low to Baker. Baker can't handle the pass. Clark fighting for it, and he forces the jump ball.
He wanted to get on the action.
Fortunately for Clark, it will be Washington possession. A good hustle play by the youngster. Brown with the basketball. He'll bring it up. Working against the 2-3 of Martinsburg with about a minute to go in this ball game. Martinsburg a commanding 86-37 lead. Painter up top. Over to Birch.
Jefferson
Zimmerman.
40-33 over Hedgesville. Hedgesville coming back in that one.
That shot way off. Shipley on the fast break. There's a lob up to Barrick, and Barrick can't finish with Baker with the putback, and that's good. Baker with 4 points.
They're not going to get to 90.
Oh, you never know. There's still 30 seconds.
They're just going to run out the clock if they get the ball back.
They got to get Clark a bucket, man. Three-pointer, though, for Birch. Birch is good. 6 points for him in the fourth quarter. Shipley. And the Dogs will dribble out the clock here.
48-point victory.
Atkins holds for the final few seconds, and Martinsburg gets the victory 88-40 over Washington. Best game of the season for Martinsburg. A tough one for Washington. Had a good start, but Martinsburg pulls away and ends up winning this one in dominant fashion. We'll head to the post-game show on the other side of this 2-minute break. Martinsburg with the win, 88-40 over Washington. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on WRNR.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm your new bangs, and you can't stop staring at me. That's it. Just tilt the rearview mirror over here. And while you're checking me out more times than a library book, your car is wandering into that lane over there. More bangs. Neat. And if you've got cut rate insurance, you could be paying for this yourself. So get Allstate.
Call Martinsburg Allstate agent Gary Kelly today at 304-263-4596.
Are you considering selling your home and don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Phone Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams at 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
It's now time for the post-game show. Our broadcast team will break down the final stats, look at final scores from around the state, and look ahead to upcoming broadcasts. Today's game is brought to you by
the Sutton and Janelle Law Firm, Ollie's VIP, Milestone Realty, the Palace Lounge, the Mountaineer Grill and Pub, Cody's Auto Body, Modern Renovations, D&N Auto, Home Helpers of the Panhandle, Johnny's Express.
And now let's send it back to our Talk Radio WRNR TV 10 broadcast team for the post-game show.
Welcome back to Washington High School. The Bulldogs dominate the Patriots tonight, 88-40. Nick Verzolini and Spencer Dupuis here on the Palace Lounge post-game show. Palace Lounge, located on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg, with a full lunch and dinner menu with daily specials and a clean, comfortable atmosphere. Check out the menu on the Palace Lounge Facebook page. Let's recap the game stats. So we take a look at it for Washington. Birch was 6, 3 for Brown, 11 for McCarthy, 6 for Sharp. Some of the leaders, along with Folks, with 5 for the Patriots tonight. And then for Martinsburg, there's a lot of people scoring. Gaza didn't score, which is kind of surprising. So
he didn't score?
No, I don't have him for any points.
You just said everybody did.
I missed him. I presumed, I guess, that Gaza had scored, but Gaza and Clark, the only 2 dogs I don't have in the scoring column. I might have missed something, so I'll have to total this up and get it exactly right. But Dow with 12, 15 for Jackson, 4 for Barrick, 2 for Shipley, 5 for Young, 10 for Young, 5 for Fowler, 14 for Blackwood, 4 for Baker, 9 for Barclay, 11 for Atkins, 2 for Sutherland. So Spencer's that added up to 88?
I don't know. I'm not good at math.
All right, well, I'll add it up in the next break, and
I didn't get hired for my
see if I
math
missed
skills.
anything. But we'll take. Well, that was your game stats brought to you by Bechtel Jewelers, West Virginia's largest Pandora retailer on Route 11 South Inwood, taking care of you like nobody's business. All right, we'll take a 2-minute break. On the other side of the break, we get Spencer's Award.
Wrap things up here.
And we'll wrap things up from Washington High School. It's West Virginia High School boys basketball on WRNR.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including Trivia Night Monday, Karaoke Tuesday, Steak Night Wednesday and Sunday, Thursday night Boneless Wing Night, and on Friday and Saturday nights there'll be a DJ and or karaoke. And remember, Monday through Friday, happy hour, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
You need to keep your vehicle in good working order, but car and truck repairs can be very costly. Bears Repair in Martinsburg performs all kinds of auto repairs at prices most often well below their competition. Bears Repair offers tune-ups, oil change and lubrication, small and large engine and transmission repair, wheel balancing, front-end alignment, exhaust system replacement, air conditioning checks, auto inspections, and new tires. Stop by for a free estimate at Bears Repair, 904 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg, phone 262-0208. Bears Repair.
Welcome you back on the Palace Lounge post-game show. We'll wrap things up. I did the math. I appear to be 1 point short. But again, I wasn't always great at math, so I might have to do it again. But
it's okay. It's not the official book, Nick.
Yeah,
don't worry
it's not official.
That.
So Martinsburg, either way, getting the win tonight, 88-40 over Washington. Let's get to our awards and wrap things up here from Washington High School. Spencer, we'll start with your rejection of the game.
It's easy.
We gave it several times through this play.
We gave it several times. I'm going to do the trio, the big trio. You had that back-to-back one with between 3:20 and 3 minutes left in the ball game, or in the second quarter, excuse me. The one off the backboard, but then the one down here towards the end of the game, it was kind of just electric. It kind of made me want to jump up. So that's why it's part of it. It's going to be the trio of rejections by Jacob Barrick. Gets the Cody's Body Shop rejection of the game.
A well-earned rejection of the game brought to you by Cody's Body Shop at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Family-owned, offering superior customer service and great pricing for a job done by experienced certified technicians. Call 304-901-4777 or visit their Facebook page. All right, Spencer, what's your moment of the game brought to you by Parsons Ford?
I think my moment of the game was that the moment would be a quarter, because Martinsburg, it was a 16-9 ball game with Martinsburg in the lead after one quarter. And then headed into halftime, it was 46-18. Only gave up 9 points, and you scored yourself 30 points. So that whole quarter is the moment of the game because it was just a completely dominant quarter.
All right. That is your moment of the game, brought to you by Parsons Ford, located at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsfordmartinsburg.com. They became number one by making you number one first, Parsons. And then finally, Spencer, this is a tough one. Your WVU Medicine Player of the Game. You give it to really the whole team, but you have to pick one person.
You have to pick one person. And when I say somebody's a player of the game, they impacted the game when the game was still on the line. So I've got to give it to Blackwood. Avion Blackwood. He scored 10 points in the first half, led the way for the Dogs. And I believe he scored,
14 total, I believe.
He scored 14 total, but in the second quarter when they completely dominated, I think he scored 6 or 8 points. So,
can't read my handwriting?
No, it is 6 points because there's 4. Yeah.
4 twos.
But still, he scored 10 points to help your team get up by that margin.
Yep, 6 points there in that second quarter for Blackwood. I'd have to agree with you. A lot of good performances there tonight.
If you look at the way it breaks down, there were a lot of good performances. But you look at a guy like Jackson who could have, was in the running obviously for it, but he scored a lot of his points when the game was already in hand.
Yeah, for the Bulldogs though, 4 players in double figures tonight, including Dow, Jackson, Young, Blackwood, and Adkins, and then you had Barclay with 9 as well. So a lot of good performances for Martinsburg, obviously. And a dominating performance, 88-40, your final score. Bulldogs get the win, and that will do it for us. Our portion of the post-game show for Harry Brown, Donald Kinney, Spencer Dupuy. I'm Nick Verzolini. We'll send it to Colin McLaughlin in the studio.
He'll have an update with that Jefferson game.
Get that Jefferson-Hedgesville game, a crucial one in the EPAC. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on WRNR. So long, everyone.
Whether you're heading to a high school, college, or professional football game, Johnny's has all your tailgating go-tos. Delicious wings, meatballs, shrimp, burgers, and dogs. Plus, Johnny's has everything you need to serve it all up. Party trays, utensils, plates, cups, and more. Stop by either of our 2 great locations, 1456 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg and Route 11 South in Chambersburg.
This is Matt Miller, along with my wife, Dale.
As homeowners, we've been through the mortgage process several times, and each time we went to Mark and Cheryl Savitt at the Mortgage Center.
They treat you like family with personal one-on-one service, walking with you through the process from application to settlement.
Plus, low interest rates and closing costs.
The Mortgage Center is on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Phone 304-267-9040.
Or online at mortgagefinancing.com. NMLS number 237527, equal housing lender.
Ollie's VIP Northside is the best local spot to catch all of your favorite high school, college, and pro sports, or to hang out with friends. Ollie's has a great beer and cocktail menu, along with a food menu that will blow you away. Ollie's offers multiple TVs to watch the game of your choice from anywhere at the bar, or their outdoor patio with cornhole and fire pit. So stop by and see for yourself today at 36 Veronica Drive in Martinsburg. That's Ollie's VIP Northside. We'll see you for the game.
Remember that last trip to the auto mechanic?
I also think your solenoid gasket is bad.
What?
Yep, that'll be another $500.
Forget that and go to D&N Auto Specialist at 230 Tavern Road, Martinsburg, where honesty is their best policy. Serving the Eastern Panhandle since 1974, D&N Auto is family-owned and operated, specializing in exhaust alignments and tires. From general maintenance to major overhauls, they'll treat you right. Call D&N Auto Specialist at 304-267-4078.
Welcome into the And One Scoreboard Show after the conclusion of this huge Martinsburg Bulldog victory over the Washington Patriots by a final score of 88-40. I'm Colin McLaughlin for Talk Radio WRNR, and TV10 won't be too long here on this And One Scoreboard Show, brought to you by Home Helpers Home Care of Martinsburg, serving the tri-state area, giving care the way you want to be cared for. Learn more by calling 304-433-8000. As I said, won't be too long because the West Virginia Mountaineers tip off here in 4 minutes against the Oklahoma State Cowboys, and that will be right here on Talk Radio WRNR, and that is 106.5 FM, 740 AM. TV-wise, it's on ESPN2 now, not ESPNU. So let's look at some scores. In NCAA men's basketball, top 25, number 5 USC loses to Stanford 75-69. Number 22 Tennessee beat South Carolina by 20 by a final score of 66-46. Kentucky, the 18th team in the nation, beats Vanderbilt 78-66. Texas Tech and Baylor, who's the number 1 team in the nation, Texas Tech 19th, in a hard-fought Big 12 battle right now on ESPN2. So that WVU game that's supposed to tip off, if you're trying to watch it on TV, might need to find it somewhere else at the start of this game, because there's still 5 minutes, 18 seconds to go between Baylor and Texas Tech, and that's also on ESPN2. So get there now, watch the end of that, and then get ready for the Mountaineers against the Cowboys. Also, in Big 12 play, at the half, it is number 15, Iowa State, leading number 9, Kansas, 33-31, as Texas Tech is now taking the lead against Baylor. It is 54-52. Another Big 12 game, it is number 21, Texas, leading Oklahoma 17-8. And then in Big 10 play, it's number 25, Illinois, taking on Nebraska. That is tied at 21 in the first half. So that is your top 25 in Big 12 scores. The last scoring update I'll give you in the professional sporting world. In the fourth quarter with 6:56 to go, it's the Oklahoma City Thunder leading the Washington Wizards 106-105. The leading scorer right now for the Wizards is, of course, Kyle Kuzma, as there's no Bradley Beal tonight. Kuzma has 21 points. He's 9 for 12. Shooting-wise, 3 for 5 from the free throw line. And let's see if I got another scoring update for the Jefferson-Hedgesville game before I leave you guys. The Spencer just texts me. It looks like it is 51-39 Jefferson. I don't know if it's a final or not. Let me confirm here, as I will stay on before this Mountaineer game just to make sure, as we're on the post-game scoreboard show, the And One post-game scoreboard show, brought to you by Home Helpers Home Care of Martinsburg, serving the tri-state area, giving care the way you want to be cared for. Learn more by calling 304-433-8000. As Spencer's texting me, I asked him if it's final or not between Jefferson and Hedgesville. Two best teams in the rankings in the Mountain State right now. Both teams undefeated overall, and it'd be right now, it looks like Hedgesville's first loss of the season if this one is final, as it's 51-39 Jefferson. And if he doesn't say it here, since we got to get to the WVU game, make sure to tune in to the Sports Mix tomorrow. That is at noon until 1 p.m. on our TV10 Facebook page, and right here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10 on Comcast. Again, the final score, Martinsburg 88, Washington 40. It's going to wrap things up. And on radio right now is the Mountaineers. As for TV10, it will be some Law Enforcement Live.
You've been listening to West Virginia High School basketball. Today's game has been brought to you by
the Berkeley County Health Department, Bechtel Jewelers, Brown's Funeral Homes and Cremations, Hagerstown Ford, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, Gary Kelly Allstate Insurance, CMA Honda, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, Orsini's Home Store, Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, Smallwood and Small Insurance, and WVU Medicine, Berkeley Medical Center, and Jefferson Medical Center.
For the continued excitement of high school, college, and NBA basketball, keep it tuned to Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. All rights reserved.